Now we're going to make some offensive units to go fight the enemy. Alright? So what we need to do, as Protoss, we're going to build a gateway, which is G off of the build menu. So gateway, we're going to hotkey this to number 2 and tell the guys to come out over here. And then this probe is going to go back and work. Alright, so as we're doing this, we're going to tell more probes to build. Just 1E. We can switch between these easily with our hotkeys. 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright, this probe is almost done. Make another one. Alright, so now as this gateway is building, I'm going to start building an assimilator, which is so we can collect this gas over here. So BA is assimilator, and then tell him to go get minerals again while this is building. And keep building probes. So as this gateway comes up, we have all these units we can make from it. But until we get the upgraded buildings, we can't make any of these grayed out ones. So right now we can make a zealot. So I'm going to click Z, and then he starts building a zealot. And keep making probes. And now our gas is finished. So we're going to send these guys to get on gas. The max you can have in gas to be totally efficient is 3. So I'm going to send 3 guys over here. So it'll be constant production of gas. Alright, keep building probes. The zealot is almost done. I'm supply capped right now. So 18 of 18. There's someone in line here, but he can't be made because I don't have enough pylons. Alright, so I'm going to have this guy come over here and make another pylon. Another thing to realize with Protoss is that if somebody comes and kills this pylon, and it's the only one, this building can no longer be used. Production is completely stopped. So what I did here is these power fields overlap. So if this one gets destroyed, this gateway is still powered by this pylon. Alright, so we're going to tell the gateway to build more zealots. We're going to tell our nexus to build more probes. And everything's looking good right now. I'm going to send this guy over to their base. And I know it's right here. There's only 2 spawn points on this base. So this guy, I'm going to hotkey him to number 5. And he's going to be sent over to their base to see what they're doing. And eventually they will send their attack over to kill us. So that's what these units are for. We're going to put them right on our doorstep here, on our ramp, and they're going to defend us if there's an attack. You see, he's already run into some Marines. So we didn't even get to see what's going on in their base. But we know that he has some Marines ready to come and fight us. So we're going to step up our production a little bit. We're going to come build a cybernetics core, which will allow us, as Protoss, to warp in units instead of building them like we have been. And I'm also going to make some more gateways. Let's do 3 more. And then, you see how I lined up these commands? If you hold Shift, say I'm going to build a gateway, I'll do a BG. I can build one here, but if I hold Shift, I can click, 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 and they will all build. Of course, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to spend that much. Alright, forgot to keep building probes. Really important you keep building probes. Alright, cybernetics core. It has all these upgrades we can do. The one that we want right now is research warp gate, so that is G. Alright, you see how slow this is? Oh, look at that. They sent someone to fight us. We killed one of them. There's a Marine that got away. I don't really want to chase him. Alright, anyway. I'm going to build a couple more zealots just to hold off their stuff while this is researching warp gate. Alright, and I'm supply capped again, so I should build more pylons. Horrible. Constantly during the game, you're going to be wanting to watch this food. Food is a nickname for it. It's your supply. If you get supply capped, you can't make anything. And when you can't make anything, you're going to lose. Alright, so we have more zealots coming out. Alright, back to this. This is going really slow. One nifty thing the Nexus has is Chrono Boost. And if you read that, it speeds up your structures by 50%. So if I put it on this, see, click on this, it'll move 50% faster. You can see how much faster that's moving. And that will do this research a lot faster. Right. So while all this is happening, I'm going to show you all the stuff that probes can make. This can also be found in the help right here. This is everything you can make, and that's going to help Protoss Tech Tree, and that'll show you everything. This is what we can make in our average build right now. And since we have a cybernetics core, which just finished with our warp gate research, we can make these 3 buildings. And you'll see after you make this, you can make these. After you make this, you can make this, and so on. So to get to the higher tiers of buildings and units, you need to make the lower tiers. But for right now, this is good. Since the warp gate is finished, I'm going to select all my gateways and just spam G. These will all turn into warp gates. And I'll show you what that does in a minute. Once they all finish, they're still hotkeyed to number 2, but instead of building, you can build in a power field. And of course, I'm supply capped again. I'm just going to go ahead and make a bunch of pylons. You saw what that did. It lets me warp it right in. It only takes a couple seconds for it to build. And this is really important. If you get rushed, you can warp in units immediately instead of having to build them for a minute or a minute and a half. This guy needs to go back and work. Alright, so now we have supply 33 out of 58. 33. Alright. So now I'm going to build more stalkers. And stalkers and sentries became available once I made the cybernetics core. So now we have these. I'm going to wait one more round. I'm going to warp in a couple more zealots and maybe a couple sentries, and then we're going to go attack his base. Alright, so this has finished up. Remember to keep building probes. And a couple more zealots, and I'm going to hotkey these to number 4. Alright, so I'm going to send these guys. So this is our production right now. We have a gas geyser. We have a bunch of minerals coming into our nexus, 4 gateways which have been turned into warp gates, and a whole bunch of pylons. Alright, this looks good, 51 out of 66, good. Alright, we are going to go into their base and kill everything they have. It's good to have a nice mix of units, because you really don't know what they're building until you go over and look. Bring these guys over to repair, but my army is just too strong. Good game. Of course, this was the easiest difficulty in the game, so it does get a lot harder. I want to accept their surrender, yes. Alright guys, hopefully this has helped you. Please comment. If you have any questions, you can message me. Subscribe if you'd like to see more StarCraft 2 videos. Hopefully I'll be posting more advanced tutorials, stuff like that. So, hope you got a lot from this. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.